Hello, this is Miss PSKV. Come on in. Take a seat. Relax yourself. And just come on in. Okay, we're going to be talking about 2024 and the blessing of the manifestation that is coming in. But first, before we can get into the blessing, we got to recognize the things that would try to hold us back. And we don't want nothing to hold us back. We want to accomplish everything that Yahweh is giving us in greatness. The blessing of overflow. And that means going back and just thinking about things, you understand me, that you had difficulties with. And some don't like to go back and say, I don't want to go back in the past behind me, and that is it. But let me tell you about familiars. Familiars always operate in a same old order, but it just change up a little. But when you go back in the past and look at it, and you say, wait a minute, this is the same thing. It's the same exact thing because you did not take time to know what you have outgrown and what now that you have accomplished, that you have received your greatness. See, this is how the unclean spirit of familiar can take over and take control, is because when we have not looked at that past and meditate. That is why the word of God tells us to meditate. Meditate day and night, night and day. And that means meditate on the things that we have accomplished, that we have achieved. Meditate on the things that we are not that, good about. We don't feel that good about it, but still we have to meditate because we're going to learn something from those things that we may not be happy about, but you have to conquer over it. So now that spirit will not come back again in another disguise, but it'll be the same old, same old. And you'll say, how in the world did that happen? It'll be a different person, but it could be the same old thing. A different person, but the same old thing. A different location, but the same old thing. Until you have now overcome that situation by rising yourself up and learning about the familiar. Yes, the familiar. So the familiar means that, last year or 3 years ago, you may have been dating, and this person, could have been unfamiliar. Now you just got into the dating and you thinking that everything going to be just fine because you just in it a 5-year relationship. Now this is just an example. Now some of you now this example, you know who I'm talking to. But this example is telling you 5 years you've been dating this person. And this person was not the best, and this could be a male or a female. And they was not the best for you, They was not trustworthy. They was always trying to hide things, and they was always not believing in what you had to do, what you was doing, what you was working on. It was like, I just don't care. I don't want to be bothered. Just do you. I'm just fine. Just do you. But now, when you look at the situation that you've been entrapped with that person for 5 years, no growth. No elevation. Next thing you know, you've been doing all the work. You coming home, you doing the cooking. I'm just going to make my baby feel good. I'm going to just cook, go shopping, get the food and come back home. And you've been tired. You just came from a long days of work. So you've been, you are very tired. I'm not going to say you've been tired because I don't want to go into that broken word. But you are tired because you just came from your job. You just got off. And now you could have been traveling on the train. You could have been traveling, through the car, getting into your beautiful luxury car or your hoopsie or whatever car you have is a blessing that you got one. But anyway, you get into your vehicle or you get on the train and now you got to get out out of your vehicle, run into the supermarket to get the stuff that you need. Or you got to climb up, the stairs, get out the subway. Then after that, after being around all of these here crowded of people, then go in the supermarket, get what you want, and then carry them bags. Now, this goes on over and over again, month after month, year after year, because you know this relationship is 5 years. And you're doing the same old, and you running home cooking, male or female. You running home bringing the food, the groceries, and you spending your money. Babe, that's all right. I'll catch you the next time. Oh, you did all of this for me? Oh, and don't forget, on Friday, oh, you running now. You really running because you want to get the flowers. You want to get everything smelling good. And you want to get that Simon. You want to do everything in excellent. But yet now, out of all this that you doing, that person not doing that. Next thing you know, you coming home, on a Wednesday, Thursday, you grabbing up the clothes, you going to the laundry, or running downstairs, to go and, wash the clothes, all of these things you doing it in the 5 years of this relationship. But guess what? This is not your husband. This is not your wife, and out of all this you going, this person done got so comfortable with you because that means that he or she eating a cake, and they getting the order of being a wife to you or a husband to you, without all of the trimmings. So now here you are doing all the household things, making sure this man or this woman comes back home and everything is right in order. But you now not saving your money, but he's saving his or she's saving hers for the rainy day. Because this is what narcissists do. They will make sure that they money go for themselves. But when it come down to you spending all the money, you making sure the bills are paid. And what you're doing now, you have came into now adopting this person as now a child. They now not your man, they not your woman, they have become a child because now they are dependent on your every need. That's the major that you're doing. The major. Now that you got this here, you can see the vision of it. That you are tied up and you doing everything you can do to make sure that this perfect relationship, is so perfect. And now all of a sudden, let me tell you what happened now. He or she, because this can happen to either one, either group, But let's go on to it and just say this now is she, Now, what happened is she done did everything that she could do to make sure that she is the best, partner, the best woman, the best girlfriend, all of the titles that you can put on that, that relationship, that is who she is. And now this man comes home and he said, something, babe, I'm so sorry to tell you, but this is not working out for me, And while he's telling you this now, he is over there, taking his stuff out the drawers. He going in the closet. He's packing up his stuff. And you saying, what happened? What did I do? What happened? This is not working for me. Where you going? You got somebody else? No, I went and I got my own place, and I just want, to be by myself right now. This is not working for me, but when this happened, I thought that we got this together, where did you get the money from? What happened? Why you, you leaving me just like that, all of this become a shock to you because now they done went out, behind your back. While you paying all the bills, you cooking all the food, and you buying all the food on your salary. And while you doing all of this, this man done went and got his own place. He done furnished his own place. All of that. I'm telling you, he ain't walking back, going into his new place now or, messed up. He going into his place. with prestige. He's going into his place with everything in a comfortable order, down to the kitchen, everything is done. And you saying, but how did that happen? You done taught him in them 5 years how to maintain a house. You done taught him in 5 years where he didn't even have to wash the clothes, do that. But he's watching you. He's watching you and getting comfortable with that situation. But now he's saying, just like a child have grown up and say, I'm off to college now. I have graduated and I am ready to get out this house. And I am going, by you, because you have mothered this man. This man have not become a partner. He has just become just as adopted child to you, adopted son to you. And so that's what happens with relationships, that you now is taking that relationship to take care of someone who is a full adult, a grown man or a grown woman, without understanding that both of you coming into the relationship that have duties and have a responsibility to grow the relationship. But you are the only one growing this relationship. So what ended up happening? Now he have outgrown, that baby-fied order, and he have outgrown it so deeply that he said, well, I'm going to save my money. I don't have to spend my money. I don't have to spend nothing. She got this. Now he's comfortable with you taking care of everything. And now he done went and saved his money on the side. And then sometimes he could invest his money on the side, invest it where you don't even know he's doing investments. But no matter, out of this 5 years, he is so comfortable now, or she is so comfortable that they can now jump up and move. And baby, they ain't gonna move in no any old thing. They got their thing all pulled together, right then and there. So now the relationship is ended. He done went his way and you done went your way. And now you said, I got to start all over. My savings is all messed up because I was taking all my money, doing all of this, and my savings is not right. I have not done, good with my savings, and now I got to start over. So that was 5 years. Now, out of all of this here, you done turned around 5 years. You done said, okay, 5 years ago, this happened. I was in a 5-year relationship. Now 5 years done passed. And now that means you are single. You've been living a single life for 5 years straight. The same equal amount of time that you have done the relationship that was totally out of order. It was totally, messed up. It was a disastrous, situation. So now you say, okay, I'm back on the market. I'm back dating, I'm back dating, male or female. I'm back out there. I'm doing my thing, right then and there. And so next thing you know, here it is. While you dating, you thinking everything is good. He liking you, and or you liking her, or whatever way you want to put that situation. But we still going with this here, the female order right now. So now she, now after the 5 years, and she been, burnt. She been hurt. She been scorned. She been all of these things. But now she right back out that door. And now she got enough courage. She done saved her money, and she done got out of that situation. Oh, well, wow. She out of it. It's a high blessing that she out of it. She feeling good about herself. Well, she is now inspired to date someone. So now while she getting all this here going on, and she said, okay, I'm going to date now. So she go into the date, and now this first person that she go into the date, the enemy, he already know about that situation of the past, of the 5 years before. You had a 5-year relationship with somebody, and then 5 years now that you have not been in that relationship, you are not with that person. He have moved on. Elevated his life and moved on with someone else and going on by his business, and now there's finally got yourself over, from that water. You are healed. You feeling good. But let me tell you, the enemy knows about your bad habits that you did not get rid of because you never wanted to meditate on this. You never wanted to say, what did I do wrong? What did I do? He just left me like that. And I was doing all of this and I was loving him and all of this. And, and he just left me. But you never thought about the pattern of the things that you was doing that was causing the chaos even on your own life, because you now took this man and adopt him as a son. You took this woman and you have adopted her as a daughter. And I speak to the males and the females in that order, but we still on the subject that this relationship is now about the female. And this female now then turned around. She was in a relationship with a man that she adopted as a son. Not her man, not her lover, not the one that, she was looking forward to marry, but she treated him as he was now her biggest responsibility, nurturing him and building him up and rising him. I mean, just hand feeding him, putting that food right into his mouth. I'm telling you, it's just like he said, mommy. Some man, oh, mama. No, please don't call me mama. I'm not your mother. I'm your woman. I'm your wife. I'm your lover. I'm all of these things, but I'm not your mother. But a lot of times that's what get mixed up. You don't want no relationship and turn around and say, that's your mother. Don't call me mama. Don't call me mama. Don't call me mama, because I am your woman. So you have to get that straight. Don't call me daddy. I'm not your father. I'm your man. Get that straight, so that it won't cross over, that you go into that adoption. That adoption that you are now raising a grown man. You are now raising a grown woman. You want to move from that situation. Oh, baby, we want to move from that situation. That's right. So now, as I'm speaking, as I'm talking, as I'm, do how Miss PSAV do? We got to get it all going on over here. So this is about that familiar spirit. Remember, that's what was the beginning of the subject on this podcast. It was about the familiar spirit. So now she don't recognize that she going into this dating. She did not meditate. She did not study. She did not even have a journal. She didn't have nothing to look back at. Or she did good riddance. You say you leaving me and now I got to start all over, and that is it. But baby, your feelings been hurt. You've been hurt to the core, and right then and there, you've been hurt. Also, too, in that relationship, you've been spending so much time with him when you was in that 5-year relationship, even down to your friend zone was messed up. Even down to your family of siblings was messed up. Even down to family members, and you had to change jobs, and all of this could have happened in that 5 years because all your attention was into that person. But now you have outgrown that situation and you have a better job. Oh, yes, you have a better job and you doing it good. Oh, yeah, yes. Let me give you, that high five. Let me, let me give you that big old star that say, excellent. You did a good job because you got that thing going on now and you feeling good about yourself. Oh, baby, you feeling good. So this new man done came in. And talking to the men out there or that new woman, this new man done came in and he done turned around and said, can I take you out? Can we go out? I've been watching you. And it could be from your job. It could be, in the community. It could be wherever, or if another friend could, introduce you. Whatever way you done met this man. But guess what? That familiar spirit is right there lingering because you never rebuked it. You never denounced it. You never came into grips with it. And it's right there because you did not get rid of your bad habits. This is something that you was accustomed of doing. You never got rid of it. So now this new man come in and you sitting at dinner and and you want to just prove yourself to him that I am the best, I am the best. Oh, so next week, baby, oh, this been good. We've been going out for, a couple weeks, and so next week I'm inviting you to my house. And I'm going to fix you a beautiful dinner. Okay, do I have to bring any? Oh, no, no, no. You don't have to bring anything. You just bring yourself and it'll be just fine. So you're going into your habits. You don't think that you're going into your habits, but you're going into your habits. So what happened is you leaving that job, you rushing now. You may be getting into your bins, baby. You may be getting into your bins now because you have elevated. You have elevated. So you getting up in that car and you riding all over there and you going up into that, to that grocery store. Not on any kind because you done elevated. So you up in the gourmet spot, baby. You up in the gourmet and you going to get your flowers. You going to get everything and the house smelling good. Everything is just right. Everything is just so, comfortable, so beautiful. And the candles burning, all of this going on. So when this man comes in and tap on that door, he's smelling all the good food. He's smelling all the beautiful candle aromas and the essence are all coming together. And he walking all up in there. And baby, you are dressed to be, just as you just going, getting ready to have a photo shoot to go over there, to do your photo shoot for Essence, or for Vogue. Miss PSKV love laughing. And I tell you, you all up into that thing. And now you up there, I'm telling you, the food is smelling good. Everything is so good. And you got that thing going on. And he didn't pay $1 for none of that food. And you went got top notch, baby. And right then and there, he sit down, he eat. And then he said, oh, do you want me to help you with the dish? Oh, no, 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 no. I got it. I got it. I got it. You're going back in your same old ways. I got it. I got it. And so after everything is over with, and everything is so smooth and everything, it turned out to be the best of the best. So next thing you know, he turn around and you get all comfortable with him. And instead of him walking back out that door, you say, oh, that's all right. You can stay over if you want to. You see how quick you're going back into the same old, same old? This is not your husband. You understand me? It's not your husband. You have not even built up a relationship with this man. But you saying, okay, you can stay on over. But I didn't bring over. You don't have to. I have, my towels. You got your toothpaste up in there. I got extra toothbrushes. Whatever you need, baby, I got it. I got it, and that's it, So you have invited him into the house. And now he have not left the house, and this is probably first time being over there, Y'all have been going out, going, to restaurants, doing your thing for those weeks. But now when he come into your house, he see all the luxury. He see all the beauty. He seeing, oh, baby, this woman can cook. Oh, wow, that food was, good, good, good. So now before he leave, you done got up because you was the weekend. You done got up and made a beautiful breakfast. Not only dinner, but she made me breakfast too. You done made this man comfortable. And now you going right back into the same unfamiliar because you didn't get rid of those areas. You are going right back, adopting a man to be now a son. One of your sons, one of your children that you are rising up. So a lot of women have done this here. And a lot of men have done this without even recognizing that they are doing it. And the only thing that it helped the next woman where she ain't got to do all of that work. It helped the next man that he ain't got to do all of that work because now they've been, broken and trained. And that's it. But you've been left with the burden because you've been left going into the same old pattern, the same old pattern, the same old pattern because it's a familiar, because you never got rid of the familiar. So that is the main thing about 2024. You don't want to be picking up what you left behind behind 5 years ago, you know? You don't want to be leaving nothing behind, you know, that you have to say 2018, I left that thing behind, and you still operating with 2018 because you never got cleansed. You never got purified. You never allowed your mind to go in and start thinking about your bad habits. They're thinking about the things that you don't need to be doing anymore. You know, that is the major thing that we have to learn to allow ourselves to come into the excellence of the Most High God and say, Lord, thy God, Yahweh, show me my bad habits and rebuke them off of my life. You know, I don't want to go back into that same old and be rooted up. And now who is rooting you up? Not the man that went to a witch doctor or doing witchcraft or voodoo or well roots or whatever you want to call it. You have rooted your own self up because you refuse to say, let me sit down, let me meditate, let me pray, let me start thinking about what did I do wrong. What did I do wrong? And not even going to even buying you some self-help books to even read and say, let me read on somebody else's perspective. Let me listen to someone else. Maybe they can help me. It's too much information out here that we cannot learn to elevate, to move ourselves from those familiar spirits. The blood of Yahshua HaMashiach. You hear me call the blood, the blood, the blood. And you know this is Miss PSKV, and I'm loving each and every one of you. But yes, I call on the Most High to give me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I'm not getting religious on you, babies, but I just got to tell you, I believe in my faith decree as well. But I tell you, my faith decree had me to meditate. My faith decree had me to, sit down and start writing things down that said, what in the world is going on with me? What do I need to better myself? How do I better myself? And I have to chastise myself in this. I should not have been doing that. I was all out of order. What in the world was wrong with me? See, I tell you, that is the best thing. When you can come and talk to yourself, just tell yourself, self, you're not doing that no more. No self, we not, now is the we, because now I am conscious. I am conscious. And now my conscience is speaking now to say, self, we are not doing that no more. Because I am conscious of the past. I am conscious of the things that was out of order. And I will not allow myself to go through the hurt, the pain, and the suffering any longer. That's just PSKV. And that means that we're going to study our self-approval. We're going to study our self-approval. We're going to read. We're going to study. And we're going to study ourselves by also looking back. That's why it's good to when you're going through a hurting situation and you're going through pain, sorrow, whatever, baby, it's good to write things down. It's good to write things down to get that thing out of you and write it down. And then you go back and you read it. And then you read and put down what changes do you want in your life. And then when you turn around and write it down, and the next thing, Yahweh will start making moves for you. Because now you're going to go back and you're going to read it and say, Lord, I thank you for taking me out of this situation. I don't feel that way no more because I am healed. I am healed because I refuse to let the familiar take over my life and take control of my life and ruin my life. Ruin now. You don't want it to be ruined because you now have taken control and you are conscious. And now that what is trying to get stuck in the sublime, you say, oh no, you're not going to be stuck in the sublime. That sublime means that's familiar. It will come out of you without you knowing it. Just as fast as the example telling you, it was 5 years that she was in a relationship. And out of them 5 years of that relationship, she stayed single for 5 more years single. The same amount of time she was in a 5-year relationship. So next thing you know, what she comes up with. She meets somebody. She welcomed them in all her newness that she had elevated and built up. And she went right back into the same old habits. Right back, running to go and get the food, running to do this. Oh, I got it. And you think that I got it just changed? He got comfortable. And next thing you know, he had moved in. Next thing you know, it's already 3 years and he's in the same situation where he don't have to pay for anything because, baby, she says she got it. You know this is Miss PSKV coming to you in the comfort of your home. Don't get stuck. It's better to take the time to meditate, to go over that situation, that you will not get stuck in the same old that you trying to get rid of. And you telling everybody, I ain't going there like no more. He out of my life. She out of my life. And that is it. But baby, if you have not, removed that situation, that it will not go into the sublime, because the sublime means that you acting like it never happened. And so the sublime is going to take you right back, because that is something that you did not have, yourself going in working on yourself. You just went into a routine, and that routine grew on you. So time that man comes in, that's some sublime gonna have you thinking this is the same old situation. So your body gonna move the same way. That's right. Your mind going to go back into the same old. All of that will happen if you do not work on yourself. Oh, yes, baby. You got to work on yourself. You got to work on yourself. That's right. You know this is Miss PSKV coming to you. That's right. Coming to you in the comfort of your home. And Miss PSKV, love you. And I'll be talking to you soon. Love you.